Explain something to me. How do we draft a player, fix his back, and then let him?
Hey, there we go. Okay, there we go. Good people. And let me admit all. There we go. All right. We have a little problem here. And we got it straightened out. I think we got it straightened out now. There we go. Okay, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. It is Saturday afternoon, and of course, we have been dealing with the Dallas Cowboys being trashed, and I mean trashed all week long. And I am about as ready as can be to put that stank behind me. And so without further ado, let me get in here with the panel because I'm tired of talking about the Cowboys right now. I am so tired of all of the trash talking, the hate. We got cowboy on cowboy crime where Cowboy fans are pissed off at each other because some support Dak, some hate Dak and everything else. I've got people that have literally called me everything but a child of God. This team needs a win in the worst way. Edward, how are you doing, man?
I'm good.
Have you had a better week than I have?
Uh, I think so.
Okay.
I
How'd you
got me
do
some.
that?
I got me some new gear, so I hope that helps.
New Cowboys gear?
Oh yeah,
You mean you spent more money on the Cowboys after that? What happened this week? Are you
I
serious?
did. I did. I'm showing my loyalty.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Who else is in the house right now? Because I've let a few people in here. Hold on. Where's everybody? Where are all of the participants? Okay. Um, Something going on today? Let's see. Where is it? Okay, there we go. Okay. Prime time. Oh my God. Prime time. He's out on a boat today. We got Thomas Garrett. We got Joe DeMasi. What's up, everybody? Prime time. What you doing,
Okay,
man?
doing good, Mark.
Joe, what's going on?
Mark?
Man,
using,
I'm just trying to get shit together.
I'm using your stream to test the being able to broadcast later with nothing.
Primetime Phil, you got no sound there, bro. Okay. It's been a rough week. The question is, can the Cowboys bounce back? Can we actually look like a viable offense? Can Mike McCarthy actually look less inept? You know, can Micah Parsons and the defense back up that rating that everybody gave them? Those are the questions that I have and more that I would love an answer to.
Yeah, man, these fans kill me, man. Man, y'all give up
Damn
too
right.
easy, man. You give
For
up
real.
too fast. If y'all, if y'all were fans back in the '90s acting like this, we would call y'all all kind of bitches and get the nothing. I'm not gonna.
No, go let it out, man. Because believe me, everybody's been unloading on me all week.
We would, man. If y'all were Cowboy fans back in the 90s, who was winning, and y'all giving up like this, we would call y'all kind of bitches and hoes and everything. Man,
exactly.
y'all are weak, man.
For real.
This young generation is weak. You give up too quick. You want to turn on each other. If you don't want to be a Cowboy fan, just go ahead on and say it. But before you say it, turn in your Cowboy fan card. When we kick the Chargers ass Monday night, I don't want to hear a word. I don't want to hear a word you're gonna say.
We them boys. You don't want to hear that?
I don't want to hear that we them boys shit. I don't want to hear nothing.
Oh man. Okay. I feel you on that one because man,
if we win this game Monday night, this will be our turning point to the rest of the year.
Yes.
You know, I hate to say this though. This almost is a must win, I think, because
must win.
With the way our schedule is, if we can't get this win, we might be in trouble going down the road because it's going to get real tough when you start thinking about those last 6 games where we got Buffalo, we got Miami in there. You know, we've got Detroit. A lot of really tough. The Lions, Seattle.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we lost our cushion game, which should have been the Cardinals. So this needs to be, let's get back on track and get some confidence going into the bye week. Now, see, primetime, are you in a cabana? Yeah, you're muted, primetime. Come on, primetime. Man, you do this shit all the time, man. Primetime.
Hey, man, I'm trying to figure it out on a boat. Yeah, I don't do that every weekend.
You know, it must be hard living in Florida, man. I'm just trying to figure out how to Zoom call from a boat. Man, get the fuck out of here with that. I know Brian said that you were going to be short tonight with the live stream because you're out on a boat. I didn't realize you were really going to be out on a boat and stuff. Are you like out in the ocean?
Yeah, I'm near the Bahamas right now.
Oh, you're on a cruise?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm on a cruise.
Oh, so what's cruise line?
Royal Caribbean.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, it's beautiful here, man. I love it. I've gotten a tan. I've been able to just the food. I lost weight so I could gain weight.
I did that too.
There you go.
I did that too. Came back about 7 pounds heavier from that 1 week.
Yeah.
And even though we went to the Mayan ruins and sweated out like 4 or 5 more of them. But yeah, man, enjoy yourself. But before you go ahead and get back to eating, because that's what you do. You eat and you drink. Okay, that's the 2 things that you do on the cruise.
That's exactly.
Are the Cowboys going to turn this thing around?
I believe so. All statistics say that this should happen, but I think a loss like this is hard to shake. You know, it's not a normal loss, and I think that's the problem. But I feel like they can. I feel like they can definitely put it together. Just will they? You know, what type of team is this? Is this a team that comes back after getting your ass whooped, or is it one of those teams that kind of fall and continue the pattern? So far in the season, they've shown they've been able to bounce back. And again, you know, it's not been against the greatest competition either.
Yeah, well, we'll see. To me, I still say if this gets to be bad and Kellen Moore looks great and Mike McCarthy looks great, it would not surprise me if Jerry Jones went ballistic and fired him. I'm serious. I really
should give the play calling to Schottenheimer if that happens too. I feel let Schottenheimer call the plays.
Yeah, basically, just get this bum out of here. Just because I got to do something to send a message to everybody, and I don't have time to wait and yada yada yada. Shout out to Brian. What's up, Brian SoCal? There's Stacy Schubert. What's up, Joanne Gonzalez? All the lovely ladies are in the place. Let's see who else is in here. Caramel Corn, how you doing? Crystal in the house. Oh, we've actually got Stacy joining the chat here. I don't know how I feel about Mike McCarthy spending 20 hours a day trying to fix this. At this point, it's like, where was the work being put in before this? Did you honestly feel like what you've already done was good? You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden we got to put in 20-hour days to try and figure this out?
Right.
You mean you didn't understand that what you were doing was ass?
Right.
To me, that kind of gets me worried. The other thing that kind of gets me worried too is we all look and say that Aaron Rodgers is a diva, which he is, and that he was the one that got rid of Mike McCarthy. And if you go back to that, Mike McCarthy and him didn't get along, one, because Mike McCarthy drafted Alex Smith as opposed to Aaron Rodgers. He always held it against him. But two, Aaron Rodgers wanted to throw the ball deep in things. Mike McCarthy wanted it to be short passing. And it seems like Mike McCarthy is trying to do that same thing now with Dak Prescott. Am I wrong?
No.
Oh. They need to use the tight ends more. They draft all these tight ends, Mark, and they hardly use them.
Yeah, yep. Prime time. Yeah, it is hard to get the signal stuff on the boat, man. But I appreciate you being here. You look so comfortable and cool there, man. The only thing you're missing is a nice, one of the frou drinks with an umbrella and stuff on there. And trust me, they'll bring one to you. You just have to wave at them. Hey, yeah, they'll definitely say some more. Thomas, how you feel, man? See, you've been around the block for a long time, man. What is the cure for this team? I've got everybody and the sister saying it's all Dak Prescott. We need to just tear it down, start all over, and just get anybody.
No, you don't. Right. No, you don't. You got some of these fans. They're excited. They're excited. They're so excited that they don't think.
Mm-hmm.
They don't think. And I was like that back in the 90s. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. I was like that. But the older fans back then had to remind me. But what's so crazy is when I'm older now, when I try to remind these younger fans, I get cussed out. I'm a MF. I'm everything under the child of God. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let you learn. I'm gonna let you see through this. And I want you to suffer through this since you want to be so damn selfish and you don't want to listen. So I'm letting them suffer through it. I'm letting them suffer through it like I did.
Okay. Well,
if you don't, I have to jump on, but
gotta listen to OGs.
There you go. You must be close. Okay, go ahead, Phil.
No, what I was gonna say was I need to see more from the coaching staff. I know they're implemented their system, and I know Dak is getting this, and he doesn't look comfortable in McCarthy's system. And I look at Dan Quinn, and I'm a big fan of Dan Quinn, but I think the problem that I have with these coaches is that when there's a big team that's coming in, the game plan needs to shift or at least change what adapts to what they're doing. And I'm not seeing that. I think that's, it starts with the coaching staff. They talk about the Cowboys getting whipped 3 phases of the ball, but to me it's 4 phases because it started with the coaching and not putting the guys in position, not using Mike right in the defense. And you see them hitting the wall. Let's change them. Let's put them in the linebacker. Let's move them around. Let's not just put them on one side. Mm-hmm. Oh, you got Steele having problems. Let's go ahead and throw a tight end out there. Let's help him out. Let's get a running back to at least chip into something. But there's nothing that's helping from the coaching side to help the players when they are struggling. So that's my problem right now.
Yeah, and of course, hey, Stacy Schubert. What's up, Stacy? How are you doing?
Fine. How are you? I have a take as well.
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree with prime time.
Mm-hmm.
But my feelings are that, okay, we all talk trash about how Kellen Moore and his system, but Mike McCarthy is no better because you're trying to make that something that he's not.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're scared, you can't win that way. And I watched, I don't remember if it was Hanging with the Boys or I watched something. And someone on there called in and made a very good statement. And Mark, I want you to think about this, all of you. Ever since, and I know this is the past, but it still has to be because we're still being affected. Ever since Amari Cooper was traded away, as Mark says, for a ham sandwich, we've had nothing but problems.
Mm-hmm.
And so again, Mark, I'm with you. I'm old school. When you don't do right's not going to follow.
Yeah.
No.
And
I think that's Jerry.
they let their feelings. Jerry made his own statement. Don't let your money get mad. Well, Jerry, that's exactly what you did with Amari Cooper, and you guys did not like him because of his stance. With the C-19 situation. And of course, he wouldn't wear a mask and he was out at basketball games. And so you let your money get mad and you got rid of him. And that was the bottom line. So that's how I feel. And I feel we're still suffering. You have to do right. Amari Cooper, he's doing just fine. You brought in Brandon Cooks. And what have we done with him? Nothing. And you think CeeDee Lamb is frustrated. What do you think Brandon Cooks is? And he's used to getting 1,000 yards every season. So you're going to lose the locker room.
Yeah, that's the big thing to worry about. Now, well, the fact that you got Dak Prescott and CD having to have a conversation about, problems, that doesn't, they say, oh, there's no problems. If you have to have a conversation about it, then there's some problems that are there. So, CD wants to get the ball and have a great season because he wants to get paid. And I don't think anybody wants losing. But, I've made the analogy a couple of times about how the Cowboys are like the rich kids.
Yeah.
And that they, they get punched in the mouth by some dogs. And they kind of, when CD, you could see his body language like, oh, well, I'm not getting the ball, and see him sitting on the bench. If that was Dez Bryant, if that was T.O., if that was Michael Irvin, they're going to be vocal up there and say, hey, this shit's on the line, man. Get me the ball so we can do something here. They're not going to go over and pout. And I wonder about the desire and the like I said, the dog in these guys. Is it there?
Yeah.
Because when you're playing against the San Francisco 49ers from the time they came 2 years ago in the playoffs where they had the boom box, they came in there with swagger. They came in there ready for a fight. And, we come in there like, we them boys, hey, we them boys.
Exactly.
And you get punched in the mouth and then they just kind of roll over and die.
I got to defend my boys on this one, Mark.
Go ahead.
It's got political. Them guys you mentioned that would say something, all of them had bad incidents when it came to the media, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Even now, what's his name? For Buffalo, people are against him for speaking up.
Mm-hmm.
What I think happened is we went out and bought some brand new Jordans and then went out and played tennis. Because we got fast receivers and don't throw to them down the field. We're dinking and dunking, right? We got a linebacker. We rebuilt his back like $6 million man, then put him on waivers and he got picked up.
Mm-hmm.
We're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. To beat San Francisco, you have to go down the field on it.
Yeah.
You got to go for it. If we went down the field all the time, got beat the way we got beat, I'd have felt up. But you throwing 5 and 10 yard passes and you get beat like that, that's coaching. That's not the team. That's coaching.
There we go. Man, we got game time and prime time in here. Man, I didn't know, Brian, when you said he was going out on a boat, I didn't know it was a cruise.
Dude, man, look at him. I told you.
He's on a cruise. I thought maybe, they were just going to go out on a boat ride, like after the show.
I never said boat. I said he's on a cruise.
No, you said on a boat. He said he's out on a boat.
Here's what he wants to hear.
I'm thinking Florida, there's a boat everywhere.
Live stream from a fishing vessel out in the
Might have been, yeah. Or one of the little pleasure boats. Oh man, we're going out for
don't
drinks
play like that.
Out in the Gulf and coming back. I didn't know we're talking about a cruise.
Still don't play it like that. He's out, man, having Mai Tais out in the sun right now. It's all good. So
many Bloody Marys later, honestly.
Well, I always like the Bloody Mary, especially when I'm in Vegas. The following morning, you get up late, maybe have a late breakfast, about 10, 11 by the pool, then you have your Bloody Mary, man. That's how it's done.
Bloody Mary, man. Just give me my good old rum and Coke, man. That's all I
know.
Want.
Well, I'm a rum runner type of guy. My ties are kind of like that, man. Anyway.
I'm a rum and Coke all the other times.
Yeah, but not, right. I got you.
Okay.
So anyway, let me get to my quick. I told Mark this. I'm sure everybody's tired of hearing about it, but in my opinion, our main problem was there was no motion in the offense.
There was no motion in the ocean.
Everybody was just stationary. It's trying to beat their man off the line of scrimmage. This is the second time.
Trying to beat their man off?
Come on.
Pause.
Stacy, you need to talk to this guy. He needs some guidance.
I will. I got him.
Jesus. I can't say a word without being paused and meats.
I'm just pointing out what you said, though.
Listen.
But quite frankly, it looked like we were just beating off out there.
Dude, anyway. They had one big play. It was Kevontae Turpin, right?
Yes.
And he was in motion.
Yes.
He was in motion. So they're jamming our receivers. They're playing two safeties deep, and they're dropping their linebackers. So A, you got to run the ball. B, you got to work the middle of the field.
Right.
You watch Brock Purdy. He was just threading the needle in the middle of the field. There's a pocket of ground over the middle. You got to work it with the tight ends.
Okay.
Maybe some 12 personnel, Mr. 12 personal. Maybe we run it for once. Maybe.
Okay, I agree.
They dropped all of them and don't even use them.
Well, I'm just saying that's what we need to run. And then we'll need to find out if we don't have the right personnel. But let's run the offense. Mike McCarthy has overcorrected from last year.
Swung too far.
He's way too far. We had 12 turnovers. We've already identified as 5 of them were literally tipped balls or through the hands of the receiver. So let's drop it down to 10. Okay, he had 10 turnovers in 12 games. That's a lot. Let's look into why. He had a friggin' screw in his thumb for most of the year, his throwing hand.
Yeah.
Now, if this was something that's happened year in and year out, to me, he said, well, why are we making excuses? He's a turnover machine. No, that was the first time he's ever done that. Where he's had
fired
multiple.
Up today.
Well, I'm just, I turn it on and we're trying to figure out the offense. It doesn't take a lot. Now, I just hope that McCarthy and his staff has showered since they went into the room for 20 hours because that's probably ripe. They're all probably ripe. They probably have Brian Schottenheimer, who's not allowed to do anything but probably order the Uber Eats and stuff like that. That's the only thing I can think of. I just hope we get our act together.
Take Cowboys. Crystal Carabell, what's up?
I'm coming out swinging. So anyway.
You definitely coming out swinging. Okay, but I'm going to go back to what, before you got in here, I was saying, to me, I think our team is a little bit soft. When times are great, they're out there, weeding boys and everything, but they get punched in the mouth or in a street fight, they kind of cower away.
I'm so sick of them talking. I wish they would just shut up. They talk too much.
Stacy?
Brian, mailman, I'm in your age group. Mm-hmm. I'm a Generation Xer, and I just like the old school. They didn't tell you, like with Dallas, they didn't talk trash and tell you what they were going to do. They just did it.
They done it. They done it.
Here's the thing, Safety.
Yeah, but he needs to. When I saw what he said on his podcast, you best believe what we're gonna. I don't want to.
There you go. There you go. I was getting to the podcast. Exactly. Go.
I'm just disgusted. Maybe I'm just old and crotchety. I don't.
Well,
know.
Here's the problem, in my humble opinion. When you have a podcast, you better be winning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking in-season podcast. I'm not talking. And listen, it's a free country. I don't care. In season, when you're commenting week to week, and you're literally commenting on other active players and their actions. Now you open up a book. If you're going to comment and have a podcast every week, you best be on your game. And listen, I love Micah Parsons. And shout out to Jay Smooth for the super chat. McCarthy needs to add Hunter and Deuce.
Which is another thing that we were talking about too earlier today too. I was going to get to. Shout out to you. Thank you, Jay.
Yeah, just bottom line is you better be on your game when you're doing a podcast. He hasn't been on his game. I'm not hammering Micah. Micah's still great, but he hasn't been playing great. And I'm not Mr. X's and O. I don't know exactly why. But he needs to get his act together.
Okay. But why are you running your mouth?
Exactly.
That's my thing. Take that energy, get on the field and try to get better, or go watch some film or something.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Micah has aspirations of being, a media star and things when he's done. I mean, even before the podcast, he's always on Twitter and things. And I don't necessarily have a problem with it. It's just sometimes, don't show me. Don't tell me what you're going to, because now you're writing checks that your behind doesn't cash or can't cash when you don't show up. And as you're starting to look at the comments and the trolls that are coming in and everything else, it's not a good look. I'm just so thankful that he never went ahead and did Undisputed. Could you imagine if he had done Undisputed last year like he was scheduled to do? Oh my God. But
you know, Mark.
Yeah.
Before I went off on my rant and spazzed out, what I wanted to say was last week, we should have had a plan B for our offense, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
We should have had a plan B because that San Francisco defense, what do they practice against in practice every day? What kind of offense do they practice against?
Our defense.
West Coast.
No. They practice against the West Coast offense.
West Coast, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what is our offense?
The Texas West Coast offense.
So we should have had a plan B. They predicted every play we was gonna run. And that defense, when they were aligned and when they was in position before the ball was hiked, they looked so comfortable. They knew what we were going to run.
Mm-hmm. That's no joke. It's no joke. But they also came in there hyped up. Angelica Barron. What's up, Angelica? They came in there ready to go ahead and take our lunch. It was so funny to me because all week long people were saying, "Oh, San Francisco doesn't care about this game," and it was like bullshit. They didn't. They came in there like somebody slapped their mama, and we gonna go kick some ass because they came in there like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And once we got hit a couple times, it was like you could see that the Cowboys didn't want none of that. They didn't want any of it. But Brian, back to what we were talking about earlier today, I think maybe the Cowboys miscalculated with Tony Pollard and thinking that he can be a bellwether back. And I have, first couple of weeks he had more touches than anybody else in the NFL, and I kept looking at this and saying he ain't gonna make it through the season. Now he was on the injury report with the hurt shoulder, but I don't think he's as effective when he has the ball that many times.
Yeah, he looked good early, and then I thought week 2 they really ran him way too much, and then he dropped off. So we're like, oh, they're listening to us, but I think he's banged up. That's why. Listen, man, if we want to get to where we're going, and me and Mark talked about it, we had a brief conversation earlier regarding the future of this team this year, because that's what it's about.
Thank you, Rodney.
The future of this team is hanging in the balance. Listen, I still think we're going to make the playoffs. I honestly do, unless, God forbid, there's just a ridiculous amount of injuries. I think we're a very good team. We just need to get this offensive scheme going. But starting with Monday night, if we lose Monday night, then there's serious cause for concern. Because now we're 3-3. Eagles most likely are going to win. Now we're 3 full games back. I don't care how hard the Eagles' schedule is. If they go 300 and we win all of or if they go 500 in that stretch and we win every game, we're only even with them. Right. So you want to stay within striking distance. We need to somehow, some way, I don't care if it's an overtime win, hint, we need to win the game Monday night. And you go in the bye 4-2. It's a game back from where I had it. All is well. We come out of the bye at home against the Rams, and we're ready to roll. So please, everybody, do what you got to do. Like, we need some mojo from Monday night. So
it's a must-win for us.
Without a doubt, I have to agree with you. I think it is a must-win.
I'm not saying it's a playoff difference win. I still think there's an opportunity to make the playoffs. But if we want to be legitimate and be able to look ourselves in the mirror, you need to go win the game Monday night. Because, I heard a statement that Kellen Moore is not taking this game any differently. Are you kidding me? Does anybody in here believe that Kellen Moore is not treating this game any differently?
Yeah.
Oh, he wants to prove us wrong. Bad.
Well, I'll tell you what, on the flip side of this, you have to figure that Dak wants to win this one too, because everybody's always telling you or saying Justin Herbert is, he's a great quarterback and he's so much better than Dak Prescott and he's this, that, and the other. This is actually Dak really needs to get this one to kind of squash some of that stuff, although it won't.
Dak's been getting dog bad all week. I've seen some mean memes. I've seen a picture of him where they had his helmet on backwards throwing the ball. Yeah. I've seen a picture of him, a clone that said INT on it. I was like, man, he's getting dog bad. So he needs to step up, man. He needs to get his head out of his ass.
For himself, not even for the team. For himself.
The whole team is like got a muzzle on him, man. Nobody has no energy. What happened to Jones anyway, the running back for Kansas City?
Ronald Jones, they end up cutting him.
He got released, didn't he?
Ronald Jones got released.
I didn't know that. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, after they suspended him, they cut him.
All the personnel
they got suspended.
Shout out to Terry Lewis. Appreciate the super chat, buddy.
Terry Lee.
I'm sorry,
Shout
Terry
out
Lee. Yeah, sorry.
I got you, man. I got your back. Edwin, we have the answer on the team. I was telling Mark we had a quick conversation, but we covered a lot. It seems to happen. We got two people who like to hear themselves speak. No, me too. I don't. Once I start, I don't want to stop. Phil can tell you he's on a boat ready to fall asleep.
No, he's ready to go eat some more, get a drink, and then pass out. Okay.
Well, he's got a live stream with me in an hour. So, but Ed, we have the answer.
Good luck with that.
All right. Well, I'm prepared either way. Ed, we have the answer. We've activated all 4 running backs every week. Now, my question to you was, why aren't we using them? We got Hunter Lepke. He looked really good in the preseason. The one position you could transition from college to pros is what? Is running back. There's not a lot to it. The hard part about playing running back in the NFL is you're a pass pro. A lot of these young kids can't pass protect. Yeah. But we're not asking all these guys to pass protect. In this type of scheme, it's quick hit and running, zone running, like West Coast running. We need to have more people involved with the ball, like Mark said. We need to have Hunter Lepke involved. We need to have Deuce Vaughn. Now, I'm not saying a whole series at a time.
No,
you can bring him in for
mix him up in there.
Yes.
Scott raised his hand over here. We're kind of informal. Just jump right on in, man.
Hey, can you hear me, Mark?
Yeah, hear you great.
Okay. And I got in here late, so maybe somebody mentioned this. I just want to go back to can we go back to the way this started with McCarthy? And I am not trying to blame McCarthy completely. I think everybody takes a hand in this. I'm not trying to blame Dak McCarthy, but I don't feel like we can trust McCarthy totally, because I feel like when he first came in, if you will remember, it was under the pretense that he had, kind of gotten let go by Green Bay.
Yeah.
Because he had let the game pass him by, and he had gone and studied Dallas and all of the things that they were doing. He had a better way. And I got to say, and I think it even came out later that he admitted that wasn't true.
Yeah.
This summer, all I was hearing about was we are not going to put the training wheels on Dak. We're just going to be smarter and all this. I feel like the training wheels are on Dak, and I don't feel he was honest about the changes he made to this offense.
Training wheels.
I feel the same way. I feel like
I don't know. It's training wheels.
Got a muzzle on it, and he can't bite back. We picked up the receiver from Texas, caught 1,000 yards every year. We haven't thrown a long ball to him more than 5 times the whole season. You got Turpin that looked good this year. He's a 4-4 guy. We haven't thrown the ball down the field to him. Your running backs, you let him go. Your linebacker, you let him go. You let Ridgeway get away. I mean, Roger Smith is not playing. So what's going on with the personnel?
Well,
tight ends are dropping the ball.
Yeah, tight ends are dropping the ball. But, I won't say it's training wheels. That would imply that you're trying to help him along. It feels like he's got his arm tied behind his back more than anything else.
And I just wish
maybe that's a better way to put it.
It's literally, it's just like you're just standing in the pocket and you're trying to throw. There's no motion out there. Everybody knows where the receiver is pre-snap, And here it is. You've got an offensive line that has had a different starting lineup every single week, and you got him out there like a statue getting the crap beat out of him. Why not do some play action? Why not do some bootleg? Get him outside, for some easy passes and things to get him some extra time and stuff. You don't see any of this stuff. It's like we've literally dropped back 30 years on offensive play calling.
But Mark, that's what I was saying. I don't know if he knows how to do that stuff. I think Aaron Rodgers could carry him with his antiquated play calling in a way that very few people are Aaron Rodgers. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's just I didn't see him doing anything great when he was calling the plays in Green Bay.
Dallas Cowboy girl. Imagine getting eliminated by the 49ers 4 times in a row. Don't say that, Dallas Cowboy girl. Oh, don't say that. But I guess if we did it 3 years in a row, at least we made the playoffs.
Playoffs?
Don't talk about playoffs.
Playoffs?
Well, I hope that we are.
Yeah, man, I just think Dak needs to start running again. I mean, like I said, ever since the foot injury, he's just been a pocket quarterback. And we know he can run.
Do we? I don't know. He still does not look like he does not look right, though.
He looked good the first week.
I'm not saying run all the time, but at least 5 yards or something out of bounds. Make it third and manageable, not 3rd and 20.
I don't like what they do with Jalen Hurts. It's working for him.
Mm-hmm. But you don't know how long that career is going to last?
Yeah, but I'm talking about the called like the called runs. Now, I don't have a problem with the called runs when you're running down at the goal line, you're in shotgun, I don't mind the QB draw because you have time to see if it's open or not. You have another play that you also have. So you have an option to either throw the ball on the slant, whatever, or take it yourself. I don't have a problem with that. Small area. But you need to escape and make these defenses, especially the linebackers, they're dropping. They are dropping. And it's really tough for Dak. They're jamming the receivers, playing the safeties deep, and dropping the linebackers.
And the receivers aren't getting separation.
Right. So and there's nobody in motion. We're not helping them. Like I said, our one big play was a guy that was in motion last week, Kavontae Turpin. So all I'm saying is he's going to have to run through the A and B gap. He's going to have to run occasionally. When the rush comes at him, he's going to have to go right up the field, get your ass down. That'll force the linebackers up, yet opening that middle of the field that much more. Somebody's got to tell Dak, you can't just totally change into a pocket passer. You can't. That's not who you are, my man. Mm-hmm. Nobody's saying run, but you have to be on the move at some point.
Yeah, definitely need to
up tempo, maybe. Mm-hmm. Anybody up tempo? He's great at up tempo.
Yeah, but that's not Mike McCarthy. So
then, and I'm not saying go back. The problem with Kellen was when we got into the big games, he couldn't figure out or adapt to what the defense was calling. The regular season, he was pretty much money. But McCarthy, and we're going to get into it, whether we do it tonight or not, we're going to get into, me and Mark are going to battle the whole point counterpoint with Aaron Rodgers versus Mike McCarthy, who was really
the bad thing is I think we're both on the same side. Everybody okay. When shit goes downhill, everybody wants some blood. Okay, they want to point the fingers at they're pointing at Mike McCarthy, Dak Prescott, and Jerry Jones. The question is did we mess up then getting rid of Kellen Moore? Was he actually the glue that was keeping this offense together?
The glue? Oh shit! No, I can't. No, he wasn't the glue. Nah. Come on! Somebody chime in. You guys telling me that that Kellen Moore was the glue?
I'm asking for a friend.
No,
because
go ahead, Phil. Get him
Kellen Moore was somebody that Jerry and Stephen Jones wanted.
Where's Phil?
Be Jason Garrett's predecessor, and it didn't work out.
He's probably at the buffet right now.
Mike McCarthy ain't doing a better job. They wanted
Kellen Moore to be the next boy wonder, and it didn't work out.
Yeah, the next Jason Garrett. But. I don't know, man. We just need to get our team, man. We just need to get our head out of our ass and start playing football. I mean, because if we lose Monday,
Oh, I mean, God.
That's bad.
I don't know that
that's
I can do YouTube if we lose on Monday.
I mean, if they really want to go to the Super Bowl,
I ain't gonna lie to you.
And Micah Parsons, all these guys talk about we got Super Bowl aspirations. Well, you better show up Monday, because if you
I ain't
don't,
gonna lie to you guys, YouTube's better. YouTube is my outlet when we lose.
I mean,
it's your outlet. Okay.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm sorry, I lost pictures, so I don't know if you guys
man, I get so abused, man. Oh my God, and all of the Dak Prescott haters.
What I mean is,
you would think that I found Dak Prescott. I called the plays. I'm the one that took money out of their pockets to pay Dak Prescott, because they literally go, raw on my ass.
No, yeah, I'll get into a few nasty comments, but no, what I mean is, if I'm watching the game as a fan and Dallas plays the way they are, at least I can turn on the damn computer and go off and just look at the views. I get more views when we lose. Now, obviously, I'd rather win. I'm not saying I want to lose. I'm just saying, at least there's something. There's some positivity in it that, that Dallas fans are coming out and they're not happy and they have a place to go voice it, whether it's Mark's channel, wherever you guys want to go. That's the only thing. But
David
it was
Cowboy,
tough.
Mark, did you draft Dak? No, I didn't. Don't blame me. Although I did say he'd be the.
I draft him on.
But you know what? I have
fantasy.
to say, say what you will about Dak, and everybody does. That is one tough son of a bitch, thick skin, to have all of the abuse that is said about him constantly. It is crazy.
I think he's the most hated player in sports, Mark.
Hated?
Oh, quite possibly.
Melvin okay, so Melvin Goldberg.
By just like the networks and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
I know
let me go here. 'Cause Melvin right here says Mark always calling someone a Dak Prescott hater, but calling anybody who says that, settling for mediocrity. Okay, you know what, Dirty Sanchez, I appreciate it. Again, if you got a solution that's better, because to me, getting rid of a guy when you got nobody else is not a solution. You don't have the draft picks to draft somebody. As much as everybody thinks that Trey Lance is going to be the guy, he's not ready for that yet. Cooper Rush, we had the defense play outstanding at that point. I want a solution. But just saying, get rid of that guy, take a massive cap hit, and get nothing for him is stupid. Sorry. If you got something that's better, then let me know. Because I've seen the Cleveland Browns that had a great defense. They say, let's go pay Deshaun Watson $240 million guaranteed. How's that working out for the Cleveland Browns right now?
I heard he's going to be sitting out several weeks now.
I've seen the New York Jets that drafted Sam Darnold with the first pick. I've seen them draft, Stifler's mom's boyfriend and all stuff, right?
Zach Wilson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I see them go get Aaron Rodgers. How's that working out for him? Seriously. Because everybody keeps saying, just go get another quarterback. You can't just get another quarterback. They don't exist. Go in free agency. What, do you want Kirk Cousins next year? You want Jimmy G?
You said
How's
Mark.
Jimmy G working out this year for the Raiders? Come on, man.
And Jerry can't draft quarterbacks. He thought Paxton Lynch and Johnny Manziel would be starters.
And Connor Cook.
And Connor, yeah. Those guys are out of the NFL.
Dak's the only one left on the board. I guess we'll take him.
Those guys are out of the NFL.
See, here's where, Damian, I don't mean to say you're an idiot, but when you're making statements like, who will trade for Dak, he has a no-trade clause. He has a no-trade clause. You cannot trade him. Take a look at what happened with Derek Carr. Derek Carr, the Raiders said, hey, why don't you find a team to trade with? They let him go out and talk to whoever he wanted to. He decided, I like New Orleans. But, I'm not going to let you, I'm not going to waive that no-waive clause. You can either pay me or cut me, and then I'll go to New Orleans. I'm not giving up shit for you. You want to get rid of me. You think Dak's going to say, oh, by all means, waive my trade clause to get rid of me? He's not going to do that, nor should he.
No.
So you're not getting anything. If you want to move on from Dak, it's going to cost you at minimum $35 million next year. but it's $59 million over 2 years. So back to this. You let go Dak. You take on a $30-some million cap hit. You don't have a quarterback. You say, well, we'll just draft somebody. Then you're kicking the can down the road because you're going to give up draft picks to move up to draft a guy. That's all I'm saying. You don't have many options. The best option you have, or the easiest one, is get people around. If you're saying he can't do it by himself, then get the people that can help him do it then. That's all I'm saying. Just bench him. Okay. And so we'll win because
for who?
Okay.
Trey Lance isn't ready, guys.
This is the same thing as saying, get rid of Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore stinks. And what happened? What happened to our offense? Offense went down the toilet. Get rid of Dak. All of a sudden, we're back to 5-11, 5-11, 5-11. Come on, man.
Quincy Carter. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Look at Washington when they decided Kirk Cousins isn't good enough, and all of the quarterbacks that have come through since then.
Good point.
Mark, it goes back to what I was saying earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They're not thinking. They're not thinking ahead. When something happened, everybody's mind is like a shotgun. They just spaz off without thinking.
Mm-hmm.
They're not thinking.
Exactly. And you got to listen to the OGs.
Trey Lance can't get ready on the bench. Okay. Just fix it, Mark. Okay. All right. Again,
he had a perfect situation in San Fran.
Literally, I might as well talk to this brick wall that's behind this plaster here with some of you guys, because you have it set in your mind that anybody would be better than Dak, and we just need to get it. But that's not reality.
That's what it is.
It's the same people that say, get rid of Zeke, and then, oh, man, we should have kept Zeke Elliott, man, for short yardage.
Zeke, yeah. I could assure you one thing, people.
What's that?
The Eagles fans around here would love to see Dak.
Oh, my God, because Dak owns them.
And he's not the only one. Yeah. That's the narrative going along, too. It's only a matter of time. And I warned this, and I was told that I was making excuses by a couple Eagle fans. Actually, Twiz, I don't know if he's in here. Twiz, I remember having this. I said, I didn't expect it to be this bad, people. So don't you say that I'm some kind of, seer or something. But the bottom line is, I said, we're under a new offense. We really don't know what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
And there may be some rocky road. I didn't think we would lose as bad as we did. I didn't think we would lose in Arizona. So I thought we would have one loss right now. I had Eagles undefeated. So we're only one game away. We just need to hope that Mike McCarthy gets over his ego and does what's better for the team. And we're going to find out Monday night. That's all.
If he don't win, he might not have a job.
Yeah, that's what Mark says.
That's what I'm telling you. If it's a bad loss and Kellen Moore looks like the genius, I'm sorry. It's hard to say. It's hard to go ahead and believe in the guy who says, I can do it better. Get rid of this guy. He's your problem. And he comes in and kicks your teeth in.
Yeah, and Mark, Mike is not a stupid man. He knows the writing on the wall. You can't be the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Love them or hate them, they're the most visible, the most watched, they're the most praised, the most, more importantly, the most scrutinized. Yes, team in professional sports, not just football, sports, because the Yankees are.
Renee Allen, you're 100% right on that. People don't even remember all the quarterbacks we went through before getting Romo and Dak. Seriously.
Yeah, we can sit here and run them off. Right now, I'm feeling pretty good. I don't want to get nauseous and queasy. So, let's not relive that nightmare. But we are, the Yankees, for as much as they spend with no salary cap, there's a luxury tax, but there's no salary cap. They haven't won squat in a long time. So,
since 2009.
It's the Dallas Cowboys, people. That's who, it's us. That's what it is. It's all about the Cowboys. So,
what made Stephen A. Smith famous?
Appreciate it, buddy. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying we're the most scrutinized. Everything you see, the ratings. Doesn't matter who we play. We could be playing a college. It doesn't matter. Everybody wants to go out and watch. Whether you want to see them lose 40-10 or win 38-3. And we've had both ends of the spectrum. Looking back at the Arizona game, it's like, wow, it wasn't that bad. As I know, but Arizona laid out a way to beat the Cowboys. And until Mike McCarthy will draw, he has to go back at it. I'm telling you, everybody. When was the last time you saw a team? Don't even say the Eagles either. When was the last time you saw a team go wire to wire? We've started out 4-0, 5-0 in the past,
and been ass in December
and flittered out. So we all could be happy that the Niners are looking good now. I assure you, it's a long NFL season. They will come back to earth.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You know what? Though?
Let's just be there.
Hey, the way they have still been talking and everything after this game,
they hate us.
They hate us. But the thing is, did they build up for this game and all of a sudden now they're ready for a letdown? Yeah. I mean, seriously, for them to continue
flow alone, they're coming back to earth.
Yeah.
Let alone, like you said, looking at a thing, we want to make a statement. Now what? Now you're going to Cleveland. If Cleveland had any kind of quarterback this week, I would say that's a strong play. Now, I don't know who their backup is, but I know. Rookie. Yeah, so I'm telling you, it's a perfect opportunity to bet the Browns, but they don't have a starting quarterback. So it's like, it's going to be cold and nasty in Cleveland tomorrow. The Niners are riding high. You got George Kittle wearing a F Dallas shirt after the game. Like, what motivation? I don't know if anybody saw my tweet. I tweeted at him. I said, "What?" I said, "Really? After a game, you're going to write?" And I posted the story where he got fined. I said, "You're going to wear an F Dallas T-shirt?" I said, "How small does your package have to be for you to do this?"
I mean, seriously.
Question mark. I'm
seriously,
sorry.
Though. Yeah, for real.
I don't really care personally. It doesn't do nothing to me. But
here's the great thing about football.
It's a reflection on you, bro.
No, here's the great thing about football. Think about a couple weeks ago when Miami beat the hell out of Denver, 70-20. Everybody was like, "Oh my God, man! They're playing all of their cold weather games early in the season. They might go wire to wire undefeated." And everybody was talking about they were a hot team. Then, of course, they play the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo slams their ass. Oh my God, Buffalo! They're the great hot team and everything else, right? And then what happens to them? They go to England and the Jags beat them. This is the NFL these days, guys. You can go from the outhouse to the penthouse. Maybe this is just one game that was just bad. You walked into a buzzsaw, a team that was motivated. It's the first time you've had your whole offensive line together. You've had guys in and out the lineup. It's still early in the season. Now, I want to see what this offensive line does together because this is the
shout out to you, David.
This is the first week that we've actually had back-to-back same starting offensive line. So let's see if we can get ourselves into gear, get a win, get a bye week, and get rested, and then come back and start growing for the second half of the season.
Shout
Love your
out to
content.
David.
Screw the haters. I ride with Dak. Appreciate you, David J. Black
I'm really concerned.
I had no problem with
the
T-shirt. Okay.
Me too, loyal Cowboy.
This guy we just signed, of course, he's running his mouth. Oh, I could play this week, but I'm tired of these guys talking. Just go out there and do your talking on the field. Stop talking like Curse. Curse is pissing me off. He's been getting all these freaking penalties, but talking about, oh yeah, we know what we got to do. Okay, well, stop getting penalties. Play football.
Mark said it after they lost to the Niners. I'm tired of it. I just want a normal football team, man.
Yeah.
That's all.
Mark brought
That'll
up
never
something.
happen, though.
Yeah, Mark brought up something a little while ago.
I did. Okay.
A while ago.
Uh-huh.
No, you brought up that they're playing soft. Are you all right, Thomas? Are you? Yeah, he's like flipping around.
He must be playing or something.
Yeah. Anyway, you said they were soft, right? He was eating. Look at him. He was pounding some food. Come on, bro. Well, I'm going to get a necklace. If they lose this game, it ain't going to be the hot boys. It's going to be the soft boys.
Ooh.
Because I'm telling you, this is where we're going now. Like Mark said, like Stacy said, Roland's Reviews. You can't be running your mouth having a podcast every week. You put yourself out out on an island to where everybody can criticize you. Who are you to criticize anybody, man? Mm-hmm. And Micah, I know I'm being hard on him. That's only because I know how great he is. He comes in, he comes up out in the offseason, says, I'm going full time into pass rusher. Well, why do you think that is, people? Maybe because the top pass rusher makes more than the top middle linebacker or like whatever position you want to. He did it for the money, in my opinion. Now, we'll see how he plays because he's going to be starting a linebacker this week. He will get opportunity to rush the passer. I like this better where it's more organic. You can't scheme up. Well, Mike is going to be here every play or he's going to be on either side. Now he's going to be lined up at the linebacker. We get to see Sam Williams develop. We get to see more Dorrance Armstrong. We get to see more Dante Fowler, who's been having a hell of a year. But it's not a bad thing.
I definitely, because I tell you what, you can't have Micah Parsons going against guys like Trent Williams all season. One-on-one, because he's just not built big enough to be able to take that abuse all season. In the same way I said, you can't run Tony Pollard 20 times a game and think he's going to make it to the end of the year and be anywhere effective, and that's half the problem.
Trent Williams is one of the best linemen in the league.
Yeah, and having Micah Parsons going at him every single play, I'm sorry.
And he's twice the size of Micah Parsons.
Right. Why didn't they switch him over? Because didn't he throw that other tackle? They still have that guy, the Niners.
Yeah.
It's just, I just think it comes from creativity, Mark. They have no creativity. They stick to one plan
Cowboys
and then no plan B.
If Dak throws 2 picks before halftime, you won't see Dak the second half. Okay. I've been listening to Cowboys hype for 20 years and living laundry and Jimmy. Stop talking and show me. Amen.
One thing about the Cowboys, and you saw that a couple years ago when they left Dak out to dry, basically. Yeah, they said, we gave you the contract. You figure it out. We're not giving you because they took Amari away from him. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, they said they gave him a contract that they really couldn't, believe. I don't think they believe where the quarterback market is at. It is unbelievably inflated. Unfortunately, that's the market we're at, and you see the correction with the running backs. They're getting way less, and it's a league-wide thing. These running backs, it ain't going to change anytime soon. They see the receivers. They see, guys like Micah Parsons going to make 30, 35 million next year. Mm-hmm. It's got to come out of somewhere. So they gave Dak a hard time a couple years ago, in my opinion, when they let Amari Cooper, did not replace him. You saw what happened last year, under Kellen Moore. We don't know whether he was the problem now or not. I hope that we're not going to I honestly hope that we're not going to say that we miss Kellen, but I can't say. I can't sit here honestly and tell you I have the answer. I could tell you what I think. I think that we overcorrected. But, Dak needs to come out for nobody other than himself. Like I said, it's getting bad. It's got to be embarrassing for him. I don't know, man. I mean, we've all been there on some level, whether you're playing a baseball game or, you don't like when you're being picked on by your peers. It seems like every time you turn on the TV, you're seeing somebody shit on Dak Prescott.
Oh, God.
Don't you have... You got to... Listen, man, you've got your generational wealth. I don't wish injury on anybody, but I'm going out of my sword. If somebody is talking shit on me, guess what? I'm running over somebody. If I'm at the 5-yard line, Dak's a big boy. Well, not many guys can stop Dak from getting in.
That shit's not new, though. You know that's not new.
But it's at an all-time high.
If Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys, they'd have nothing. They even admit it. It's like, well, we scrutinize Dak and the Cowboys more because it moves the needle. They will literally tell you that. Exactly. Nobody cares.
Eddie B, I didn't say they were losing.
Deshaun Watson is not doing anything in fulfilling his $240 million contract. That nobody cares that Lamar Jackson is 1-2 in the playoffs or usually can't make it through the season. He's an MVP. It's okay. Nobody cares that Justin Herbert's team made the playoffs, had 4 takeaways, had a 27-0 lead and lost it. Nobody cares. Nobody thinks that Josh Allen had 4 turnovers in the first game. Nobody cares. If that's the Cowboys, You know, we were looking and counting how many interceptions there were in practice and training camp. That's how crazy this shit is.
We just need to fix our crap now, or it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
I mean, we can turn it around. We just need to fix it.
Yeah, and I want to reach out to Eddie B. He says, game time. Don't say they're going to lose this game because, and this is all caps. He's yelling it from the mountaintop because they're not going to lose this game. These are the games that they show up big time in, and it's a Monday night game, guaranteed win. Listen, I'm not saying, I think there's a part of me that says Dallas can blow their doors off, but after seeing what I saw last week, I'm going to call a win. But there's that little guy on my shoulder saying, yeah, but we scored 10 points. Okay. We scored more last year when we had way less talent. So right now I'm a little skeptical of what's going to happen. I ultimately feel like we'll probably blow them out by 10 points, and it'll be like a 10-point game, but I'm not predicting a 10-point game. FYI, it's going to be a close game because
Kathy Keller,
but yeah, Eddie B, I hope you're right, man. Let's just, as all the Cowboy fans in here, the Wolves are right outside the gate. They're all ready to chew us up and laugh at us.
Yep.
Let's hope that they win the game Monday night.
Yes.
And we take a sigh of relief going into the bye. Me and Mark talked about, oh my God, we're going to be in a bye. Hey, I don't care if we win. I'll be okay. If we lose, it's going to be the longest 2 weeks that I'm
just looking at the comments from some of these people because we've got all kinds of new people that are in here that are
That's
just
good.
here to
Welcome.
troll. So, what does Daniel Jones have to do with Dak Prescott and his 43 turnovers in the last 36 games? I don't know, Frank. Why don't you tell me?
They're getting paid the same.
They get paid the same. No, again.
Thanks for commenting.
So, but it just is what it is, and thank God bless him that he's got a degree in psychology because he needs it with the way he gets treated and no bullshit.
Yeah.
667. Okay. All right. So, what else we got before we get out of here, good people? I know game time and prime time are going to be.
Yeah, make sure you guys,
Who's going to be the middle linebacker on Monday?
You may see a rotation of it. I think you're going to see Mike in there some of the time, and you may end up seeing one of your safeties that are going to be rolling in there as well.
Marquise Bell, you'll see Malik Jefferson, you'll see Jaron Kearse, you'll see one of the new guys. I don't know which one. Probably Mike. Help me out, Thomas Garrett. What's the dude's name we got? Not the latest guy. Mike.
Rashawn Evans.
No, the guy we got before him, Michael something. I don't know. We're gonna. Yeah, I can't think of it right now. But we picked up 2 linebackers this week.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is. I think you'll see a lot of Marquise Bell playing safety like the first week.
And they said that Rashawn Evans won't make his debut into the Ram game.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I think it'll be the other guy, Michael Jones. Maybe is that his name? Michael
Jones.
Yeah. I think you'll see him being activated. You'll see Jaron Kearse. They'll switch it up, but what people are going to start doing if we start playing this Marquise Bell as linebacker stuff, they're going to start running the ball on us, and that's an issue. Leighton, you can say what you want about Leighton Vander Esch. He was pretty decent against the run. So
no, he was slow. He was slow this year.
No, he's had a good year. Last game was rough, but it was rough on everybody. It was across the board.
He's been slow all season, man.
He had a good game week 1 and week 2. So he has. He is what he is. I mean, there's no surprises. Listen, that's why Mike has got to play more linebacker. But anyway, that's it for me. I'll see everybody at 7:00 over on Game Time, Brian.
Yeah. Stacy?
I'm sorry.
Yes. We lost your picture, but we hear you.
Yeah, I was cleaning up. I didn't want you to see me sweeping and cleaning.
Oh, believe me, I've been doing that over here at this red brick house, man. I make a mess and have to clean it up and everything else. So much work to do in this place. It ain't even funny. But
yeah, I'm still.
You're still here. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
I pray. God, do I pray that we get a win this week. I think they'll get back on track.
I hope so, Mark. I can't take much more of this. I'm just done.
Okay, so we had 666, and then we had 777. Now we got 888 trying to enter the chat.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Mark.
Yeah.
We win this game. We win this game Monday night. This game will be the turning point of our season.
I agree, Thomas. I do.
Well,
I agree.
It's a major difference between 6 and 6. I'm sorry, 3 and 3, and 4 and 2. There's a big difference between the two of them. 888, welcome to the chat. Okay.
You know, we win this game Monday night. We go into the bye. We try to get things figured out and try to get everything and established for the long run.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the way I see it. You know, we try to get everything figured out for the next 2.5 quarters of the year.
Yep.
I agree, Thomas.
Well, I thought we'd go 12-5 or 11-6. So
okay.
we're still on track for that.
Right.
And I've seen teams like the New York Giants barely make the playoffs and come through and bitch slap us on the way to beating the 18-0 New England Patriots.
Yep.
It's football. Anything can happen.
Yes, sir.
All right.
East Side. Come on, calm down, East Side. Come on, bro.
Oh, he's just happy that they got 2 wins already this season.
Yeah.
All right, so good, people. Don't forget to check out Game Time and Prime Time at 7 o'clock. And me and Game Time later on will be actually doing a little counterpoint on Kellen Moore.
Raven S. Shout out to
Is that what we're doing, Kellen
chat.
Moore, or are we doing Mike McCarthy? Or I guess we say Mike McCarthy versus Kellen Moore.
Uh-oh.
Is that the counterpoint, or you got something different there, Game Time?
No, that doesn't matter, man. We could do them both.
There you go.
That's fine. That's
All
fine
right.
with me.
Okay, so definitely check out Game Time and Prime Time later on. Make sure you hit the like button and everything else. I'm going to be here at the Red Brick House tomorrow, and I'm going to try and see if I can stream all 4 game segments. That's going to be a long day.
Yeah, I already got a thumbnail. I sent you a couple. Well, I sent you the thumbnail for our stream.
Yeah.
No, I made a thumbnail for tomorrow's stream as well. I'm getting used to it. So I'll be streaming from 12:45 on. So I'll send out links to people who want to come hang out with us. It's going to be a long day, but it'll be fun.
Okay, yeah.
You gonna have a Philly 500 cam tomorrow?
Oh, of course.
Because I got to create. This New York Jet game ain't gonna be easy.
Or
you don't think?
I'm not saying that they're gonna win or lose. It's not gonna,
Well, they said Sauce Gardner's out, so that's going to.
Yeah.
I don't expect the Jets to win.
You ain't gonna see you ain't gonna see your New York Jets of year 4 last tomorrow. Let's put it like that's what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think I'd have more confidence in the Cleveland Browns doing something to San Francisco, but that's just me because of that defense.
That's right.
Banks, yeah, I see your chat there, buddy. Shout out to you. If Moore beats Mike, who gets fired? Mike McCarthy does. That's my take. All right, good people. Yep. We are going to go ahead and roll up out of here. I appreciate everybody. For the Eagle fans out here, I know we've got a bunch of them in the chat. We appreciate you.
Fuck them birds. Fly, Eagles, fly. Now we shoot those birds out of the sky. Stupid dumbasses managed to give up a 3rd and 30 to my sexy arm. Pathetic defense and team. No wonder I own those piece of shit frauds every damn year. Don't get me started on the fans. You boo me while I earned a respected award. Losing the Super Bowl was just karma for you fuckheads.
Okay.
I can't wait to drop 100 on your heads next season while being the daddy of the NFC East again.
Okay.